Welcome back, children. Once again, this is Ansu here. This time, we'll be seeing the second part of Chapter 8, Introduction to MS Excel 2010. Today, we'll be discussing the following topics. They are entering data, performing basic calculations, saving a workbook, opening a saved workbook, exiting Excel. Entering data. The data entered in a cell could be text, number, or formula. You can either enter text or numbers or formula in a cell. Let's enter data in a worksheet based on the marks obtained in a test. Let's see how to enter the marks obtained in a test. To enter data, click on a cell to enter data in it. You need to click on a cell where you want to enter your data. Can you see the picture of it shown down in 8.8? Here, this is a cell. This shows the column A and row 1. So the cell name is, or cell reference is, A1. Once you have selected the cell, you need to type subject in the cell. The text entered is visible in the formula bar. Whatever you type inside the cell will be seen in the formula bar. Select the cell next to it. Then you have to move to the next cell. Type marks in it. Select cell C1 and type out of. In the third cell, you have to type out of. In cells A2, A3, A4 and A5, type the names of the subjects. In A2, A3, A4 and A5, you should give the names of the different subjects for which you are entering the marks. Enter obtained marks in columns B2, B3, B4 and B5. You need to enter the marks in the respective columns. Enter subject marks in columns C2, C3, C4 and C5. You have to write the subject marks in C2, C3, C4 and C5. In cell A6, type total. The data appears as shown in figure 8.9. Let's see it now. Look at the picture 8.9. Here you can see subject in column A1, marks in B1, out of in C1. Below that, if you look at column A and row 2, you can see the name of the subject maths written. So in A2 you are writing maths, A3 you are writing science, A4 history, A5 geography. And marks obtained is also given out of how much is given in the C2, C3, C4 and C5. Then the total is typed in A6. Performing basic calculations. Basic functions like addition, subtraction, multiplication and autosum can be done in Excel. You can do basic functions like addition, subtraction, multiplication and autosum in Excel. To add contents of a cell, here you have written the marks obtained in different subjects. You can find the total of it. How to do it is what we are going to see. In the above example, in figure 8.9, we have already entered the marks scored for different subjects and you need to find the total marks. For finding the total marks, you have to use the sum function in MS Excel. Now let's see how to add contents of a cell. The first step is select the cell where the sum should appear. You have to first select the cell where you want to get the answer. In this case, B6 is the cell that you need to select for getting the answer. Type equal to sum in brackets. This is very important. You have to type equal to. That equal to sign should not be lost. You have to write the equal to. Equal to sum, open bracket, and then select the cells whose sum is required. You have to click on the cells whose sum is to be taken. When you press enter, the sum appears in the cell. The selection is shown here. If you look in figure 8.12, you can see the cells B2 to B5 are selected. And when you press enter, the total marks of those 4 cells is given in the cell B6. Let's add another column to check the marks lost. Name the column marks lost. A hyphen is used for subtraction function. Now, you know that the marks scored are out of 25, right? You need to find how many marks were lost by the student. For that, we need to use subtraction. So for that, we have to write marks lost. If you want to find the marks lost in each subject, you have to form a different column under the name marks lost, and then you're going to subtract the marks you have got out of 25. You're going to subtract 25 minus 20 to get the marks lost in maths, 25 minus 22 to get the marks lost in science, 25 minus 23 to get the marks lost in history, and 25 minus 21 to get the marks lost in geography. So how to do it? The way to do it is you have to write equal to, and you have to select the cell which is greater. In this case, out of is the greater value. So you will select C2, then you will put the subtraction sign, that is minus, and then you will select the next cell. You will select the marks that you have scored 20. So your marks lost equation will be C2 minus B2. Press enter. The result appears in the cell. When you press enter, 25 minus 20 takes place and your marks lost is 5. For results to appear in the rows below, place the pointer to the edge of the cell. You need to place the pointer to the bottom right edge of the cell and drag the pointer over other cells. The formula is applied to the cells and the result appear. Can you see a black area here? Can you see a black area here? You need to just click on it and drag downwards. When you drag downwards, the same equation will be copied down and you will get the result for the other values too. See, by dragging, the results appears in the multiple cells. Excel also provides a feature allowing us to multiply the values entered in a cell. Let us create a table with the grade name in column A, number of boys per class in column B, and number of classes in column C. Column D will have the total number of boys in the grade. To multiply, the asterisk symbol is used. Now let's see another example in Excel. And for multiplication purposes, the into sign is not used, the asterisk symbol is used. To multiply contents of cells, select the cell where the answer should appear as shown in figure. Here, the first column is grade, the second column is for boys, the third column is for classes, and total shows the number of boys in each class. So, for that, we have to type equal to. Type the first cell reference. You have to type the first cell reference. That is, you have to type the first cell reference can be either the boys of the class or the number of classes. And type star. Type the second cell reference and press the enter key. If you want to find the number of boys in grade 1, the first cell reference that you have to consider is 23, that is B2, and put the asterisk symbol. After that, you have to enter the second cell reference, that is 4, that is C2. So, we need to multiply B2 into C2 to get the total number of boys in grade 1. For into, we use the asterisk sign here. Can you see here? First, they selected the number of boys column, that is 23, that is equal to B2. And then you put this asterisk sign and click the C2 column, second cell reference, and when you press enter, you get the value. The answer appears in the selected cell as shown in figure 8.23. Can you see? In figure 8.23, the total has appeared here. The total is seen in the cell B2. In case of more than 2 cell references, type the cell reference with asterisk between each reference and then press enter. You have to put the asterisk symbol between those cell references and then press enter. Another feature available in Excel is called Autosum. This feature shows you to perform the addition function without selecting the cells. When you click on the Autosum, it will do the addition in the respective column. To use the Autosum feature, how do you use the Autosum feature? Select the cell where the result should appear. First thing is you have to select the cell in which you want the result. In this case, we are taking C6. On the Home tab, from the editing group, click Autosum icon. The selected cell displays the cell references. When you click on the Autosum icon, The selected cell displays the cell references and press enter. The total appears in the selected cell. The sum for all of the 4 values will be taken and the result will be shown in C6. So if you want to know where the autosum is, the autosum option is shown in figure 8.25, and when you do that, the result 100 will appear in the column C6. Next is saving a workbook. You can save a workbook in any location you want to. To save a workbook, how do you save? We have been doing many projects from grade 1 onwards, and we always save our projects for further use. The procedure is same as in all the other softwares. You have to click on the File tab. The file window appears as shown in figure 8.27. If you look into the 8.27 figure, you can see the File tab. In the File tab, there is a Save As option. You need to click on the Save As option. When you click on the Save As button, you get the Save As dialog box. From the left pane, select the required location. You have to look on the left pane and select the required location you want. You can either store it in the C drive or the D drive, or you can do it in the Documents folder. You need to click where you want to save it. You can also save it in the desktop too. Type the required name in the file name box. You need to give the name in the name box. Can you see book 1 given here? You can change the name to the file name that you want and click Save button. The file is saved in the required location. Can you see the file name given as text marks, and then you click on the Save button. Opening a saved workbook. Excel also allows you to open an already saved workbook from any required location. It also allows you to open an already saved workbook from the required location. To open a saved workbook, how can you open a saved workbook? You have to click on the File tab. The file window appears. On the left pane, select the Open option. The Open dialog box appears. When you click on the Open option, you get the Open dialog box. From the left pane, select the required location. In that, you have to select the required location. From the required location, you have to select the required workbook that you want and click Open. The required workbook opens. When you select the required workbook and click Open, the required workbook opens. The picture of the Open dialog box is shown here. If your file is in the Downloads folder, you can click on the Downloads folder, and can you see a book 1 shown here? You can click on it and press the Open button. The book 1 file will open. The next one is exiting Excel. After completing the tasks in Excel, you can exit the application by following some simple steps. To exit MS Excel, you need to click on the File tab. The file window appears. Select the Exit option. The application closes. From the File tab, look for the Exit option that lies at the end. Click on it. The application closes. With this, we come to the end of today's presentation as well as the end of this chapter. Thank you.